what was the invitation about? Why you want to have him on Dam Square to speak?
Actually, it was a peace rally on the 6th of November on 22. It was a peace rally.
Okay.
So we invited him to speak about peace. And just for him accepting the invitation, there was enough reason for an organization called CIDI here in Holland. This is Central Information about Documentation Israel. It's a Jewish organization. And they didn't want him to come to the Netherlands. So what they did, they went to the mayor of Amsterdam and tried to see if the mayor was having the capacity to ban him from the demonstration, which is not possible. I think that was the moment that they made a call to the Staatssecretaris, that's the State of Secretary, and then they started taking the Schengen Agreement. And Jeroen knows a lot about the Schengen Agreement, also from cases in the past. So then they started they did not allow him anymore to enter the EU. And that's a complete different ballgame, because there are so many ways to limit anything about demonstrations. We have safety, of course, etc. And that's when the whole case started. So that's when we also said, well, David should be able to come. Yeah. And until now, it's almost it's more than 7 months ago, and he's still not allowed. And it's for 2 years. This was one demonstration. It was one peace rally where he allowed, where he was invited and he allowed to speak. And for 2 years, he's not allowed to enter the EU.
The peace rally was about the war between Russia and Ukraine, and we're thinking about peace instead of war.
He was about to give a speech about the importance of peace and to stop the dividends. That was actually his speech, what it was about. So he gave the speech in the end on the beach in England, looking on the other side to Holland, and the speech is still online. So it was banned from YouTube, but you can still find it everywhere, I think on Rumble and other platforms.
Well, thank you, Mordechai, for this. Jeroen, you're the lawyer on this case. This is actually the appeal, there was already a court case, and the judge decided to go on with the 2-year ban of David Icke.
No, this is the earlier court case was a provisional. So this is the first time we are in appeal. We had only the first round, but this is the first time we are really in court. So yeah.
So, in your opinion, what happened today in court? The immigration services were saying, okay, everything is being correct. David Icke has been banned for 2 years and we want to stay in. And maybe after 2 years, during the court cases as well, so maybe we're going to expand it because he's not, he's staying behind his thoughts and theories. Can you tell me a bit about what happened today in court?
Well, it's a bit surrealistic discussion what we have here, but because what this is really about is about the freedom of speech and about the freedom of peaceful assembly. Yeah. Which are protected by the European Human Rights Treaty. What they did now was that the mayor of Amsterdam didn't have the power to cancel the assembly. So, as Mordechai just said, they went to the minister and asked, can you do something for us? And they immediately they banned him from all of the European Union, which is not allowed according to European law. You are not allowed to ban people on base of their opinions, and this is exactly what happens. And what we have heard today is a vague, how do you call it, revelation of non-facts, which should justify the banning of David Icke. But I couldn't hear anything. What I did is they compared it to what they do to hate preachers, jihads, extreme Muslims. But what we did today was we showed how can you use this policy for David Icke, where I said as well this banning of hate preachers also is violating the freedom of speech and the freedom of religion. So I'm not. I don't support that either, but if you choose to do that, this is the next step, because now you're banning other opinions, and this is what this is a slippery slope what we are on. And once you start with this this gives the way. This makes a way to ban every opinion, because what they are saying is it's not directly what he says, but it's how other people may understand it and explain it. So if you inspire somebody, and this is what I said today, how can I criticize a minister or somebody from the government? Because, for example, we have some pretty big scandals here about lost children and everything. And when I say, for example, the Prime Minister is responsible for the missing 1,600 children, this may inspire other people to take action. Am I then responsible? Because this is where we are going. Before, the limit was you have to really incite. And now we are leaving that, we are going to the next level. It's the same with these accusations of anti-Semitism. There was nothing anti-Semitism in what he said.
Yeah.
What they said is there are some experts who interpreted the things he said as anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
Well, then you are way off, because then everything goes.